good, YouTube? Back again with another video, man. What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? I know it's been a minute since the last video. That's on me. I've been real busy. Working on my business, trying to get this up off the ground. So yeah, it's currently Friday, January 23rd, 2026. It's the end of the month, man. About to be a new month coming up here. I want to start doing these every month. You know, just some check-in. Yeah, go check out my last video. For those of you who don't know, I've been doing wholesale real estate for the past 6 to 8 months. I've closed a bunch of deals just as a solo entrepreneur, you know, just doing it as a side hustle, just making money. So that's what this year is about. Scaling efficiency, scaling efficiently.
What?
But yeah, I'm low-key tired. I've been working, been grinding. It's been paying off too. So yeah, I plan on doing these every month, doing these monthly check-ins. One of the main things I realized from this past year is just how much you are capable of, how much I'm capable of, how much someone is capable of if they just lock in. You know, I made up my mind once I was done hooping. Hey, you know, I got to figure something out. And I came upon wholesale real estate, locked in with that. Like I said, I met a couple people. Go check out the last video. The plug is still the plug. And yeah, I was able to survive off that all of last year. And now I'm taking what I've learned and the people I've met into this year and just building on that. And so that's where we at now, scaling the business. So right here today on this video, we're gonna briefly go over some of the systems that I've been using and also some of the other systems that I plan on supplementing, implementing, adding on to it, you know, moving forward into February, and just growing. Like I said, scaling the business, you feel me? So that's where we at with it. That, you know, that's very important to me. You feel me? So let's get it. And one of the systems that I had great success with was cold calling and SMS. Simply put, I would pull a list of homeowners, skip trace that list, call that list, text blast that list, email blast that list, all at once. I never seen anything like it. It blew my mind. And it was rolling in. It was rolling in. Once they would call you back, once they would text you back, once they would email you back, have a conversation. Dion, what's up, man? It's LeBradford. How you doing?
What's going on with you, man?
I'm busy trying to get some work done.
Had nothing to do with trying to make some money, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what we got?
For a cash deal, 100,000.
Is there any way we can guarantee that with some pictures and before the walkthrough and all that, so that I could set my sights on that 100,000?
Only thing to do from there is comp the property, see how much it's worth, see how much an investor would pay for it, and then you offer that number.
Don't want to put any more of my money into it. You know what I mean? So if that's the solution, I prefer to sell it.
How much would you want for it?
And I would have to like negotiate, you know, with the mortgage company.
They say yes, you send over a contract, get it signed, you bring that contract to the investor, he signs it, you send it to the escrow company and title company, they close the deal. Everybody wins. The investor gets a property that he could either flip and use as a rental or keep it himself to live in. The homeowner gets to sell their house without having to do any work or repairs. Saves them a bunch of time, bunch of headache. They just get wired money. Everybody wins, and I get the difference. So doing that marketing strategy has been very successful for me so far. Email, cold calling, SMS. It almost worked a little bit too well. The reason I say this is because I almost got a little bit careless. Every text message, every email, every phone call was another homeowner saying yes, they want to sell their house for cash.
Hello, it's LeBradford.
Hi, this is Joanna, and I'm the owner of the cabin in Big Bear. Now, if I cancel the listing and only deal straight with you, then you would buy it for that amount.
So I was just shooting out offers, making comps, shoot out an offer, make a comp, shooting out an offer, and it worked. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these leads that were coming in, they weren't huge deals. They might be 5,000 here, 7,000 here, 8,000 here, 2,000 here. They added up. But for the amount of rubber I was burning, I could have got a lot more for my money. And so that's what brings me to January 2026. I need to be a lot more conscious of my KPIs, my key performance indicators. How many text messages does it take to get to a lead? How many phone calls does it take to get to a lead? How many emails does it take to get to a lead? To get to a closed deal? How many offers do I have to make before I can get to a lead? How many leads does it take to close a deal? And that way, I'll know, okay, it'll take me 5 offers to get 1 lead. If I do 25 offers, I have 5 leads that month. That's 5 deals a month. That's how you scale. That's what I'm very excited about. Just tracking my numbers, being more efficient, and seeing where that takes us. Being conscious of where this lead came from. Was this a text message lead? Was this a phone call lead? Was this an email? Like, how did I acquire these leads so that I could put more money into that marketing channel? And what location are the most profitable so I could put more money into that area? That's one of the aspects that I really think will have a huge impact. And as of this month, as of January, I currently have 5 properties under contract, which has been about the average. I got about 5 properties under contract. 1 is set to close on time. The other one, we might have to extend the closing date. 1 might fall through. And the other, we have to do a price reduction on. But the thing is, each one is about $5K an assignment. You might think that's not bad, but realistically, that's not that great. If everything worked perfectly, if all 5 deals closed, that'd be $25K. In this business, you have the opportunity to make that in 1 deal. So for me, working with 5 different title companies, 5 different sellers, 5 different buyers is just literally too much. And this is why I have decided to implement the PPL model, pay per lead. So instead of paying for a list of just stale, stagnant homeowners whose properties are just sitting there, they might be vacant, who knows what's going on with them, you will pay for motivated sellers. So essentially, they've already raised their hands saying, hey, I would like to sell. They either fill out a form online, on Facebook, on Google, on wherever. As long as you have a good acquisition system, you know how to talk to the homeowners, you know how to talk to the sellers, come to an agreement, get them under contract, and then be able to provide that contract to the investor. Doesn't matter where the leads come from. So if anybody out there knows any good PPL providers, leave them in the comments. I've heard about iSpeed to Lead, property leads, Lead Zolo, stuff like that. So I plan on continuing to do the same marketing strategies as before, with cold calling, SMS, and email. Just planning on incorporating PPL leads, because the ultimate goal is PPC. That's pay per click. That's what the that's what the big dogs use. You go to Google, you search in keywords, your website pops up, and then those are the most motivated leads, hottest leads. They're on Google right now. They search up, they go to your website, you get a notification on your phone, you call them immediately, you close the deal. So that's the ultimate goal. One step below that is PPL. That's kind of where I'm at. And I'm excited to see how that goes for February. So yeah, with that being said, comment, like, share. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.